There is this moment, yet in the face of hardships, that never fades and leaves an indelible mark in history itself.
Η συμφωνία αυτή θα είναι ό,τι καλύτερο για τον Ολυμπιακό στα χρόνια που έρχονται.
And then, one opens his eyes and it's been 10 years already.
Έκανα τα πρώτα μου βήματα κοντά στην ομάδα. Μπήκα στο λεωφορείο με τους παίκτες, κάθισα στο πάγκο, πανηγύρισα πολλά γκολ. Ήταν τότε που άρχισα να ζω το όνειρο.
10 beautiful years, despite them coinciding with the toughest times in post-war Greece. This sacred number in football, 10, which like a magic flute, has always had a way of bringing a packed Karaiskakis into raptures. Yet, this is the time to take stock when talking about Vaggelis Marinakis' number 10, about a brand new era, that of Olympiakos, a true legend. Andy Warhol once said, "They always say time changes things, but you actually have to change them yourself." His axiom was fully brought into play in Piraeus when, on June 18, 2010, the son of Miltiadis expressed his desire to lift a giant even higher than its previous era. Has he done so? An easy answer would be that titles and trophies speak louder than words. The spacious Trophies Hall is about to welcome more of them since we are midway June and Olympiakos is still competing in all three competitions.
10 years to build a successful empire. We become, and we are, one of the giants in Europe today.
Truth is also reflected on the fact that for 8 years of this decade, come February, and Olympiakos would still be competing in Europe, with the dream of walking the extra mile. Our victorious Champions League matched knights against the champions of a genuine elite, those enshrined knights in the Europa League. And the road is still open. Our 98th match of this decade is the one to be played in August against Wolves that might lead us to the Europa League quarterfinals. 98 matches in a decade is more than any other Greek team has ever performed abroad.
Όταν αγόρασα τις μετοχές της ομάδας, είχα υποσχεθεί δύο πράγματα. Το ένα είναι να αυτάρκεις ο Ολυμπιακός και επίσης να γίνει μια μεγάλη ευρωπαϊκή ομάδα. Και σήμερα βλέπετε ότι ο Ολυμπιακός είναι μια μεγάλη ευρωπαϊκή ομάδα και μας κάνει περήφανος.
A long and aspiring modern story bearing the mark of great football icons. At the bench.
Y el trabajo del presidente está ahí.
As a owner, as a president, there have been years of great success. All the victory speaks for themselves.
Eu tenho a certeza que com ele ao leme mais anos, o Olympiacos ainda se vai tornar muito mais forte no contexto grego e no contexto europeu.
Or in the pitch.
Είναι ένας άνθρωπος που αγαπάει πάνω απ' όλα τον Ολυμπιακό, δίνει και την ψυχή του και τον έχει φτάσει να είναι σε αυτό το υψηλό επίπεδο.
Great ones who joined us. Others who became great with us. Olympiakos has changed. It progressed. The club's future is secure following investments on what's coming. It grew into one of the largest multisport clubs in the world. Because it was football and Vaggelis Marinakis' great vision that fueled the dream of also reanimating the OSFP. It was him that paved the way for a decade of unforgettable memories. OSFP had won 4 European trophies in its 85-year-long history until June 10, 2018. They added 5 more in the decade under Marinakis. We could stop listing the trophies at this point, but this would mean losing the very essence of an element that got embedded in the organization's DNA.
President of Olympiacos has just donated £100,000 to the charity.
There are trophies one cannot touch or hang on the wall, titles made of true gold, real treasures like the smile of a child.
Ο κύριος Μαρινάκης είναι ένας μεγάλος υποστηρικτής της ελπίδας που από την πρώτη στιγμή που ηγήθηκε στον Ολυμπιακό, εκτός από το δρόμο της επιτυχίας που οδηγεί τη μεγάλη αυτή ομάδα της χώρας μας, της έδωσε ανθρωπιστικό προσανατολισμό.
In the 10-year period that passed, the organization developed its character in a way that transcends the narrow boundaries of the sports industry. A genuine role model for all. It was Olympiacos that opened its arms to the refugees at the port of Piraeus that traveled all across Greece whenever a big problem called for an immediate solution.
Ένα μεγάλο ευχαριστώ, γιατί ήσασταν ο πρώτος που ανταποκριθήκατε και δεν θα το ξεχάσουμε ποτέ εδώ στο μέλλον.
It was the legend that flawlessly put together a match against poverty, turning Karaiskakis into the center of the world for an evening. It was the Piraeus citizens that joined their ideas and intentions with Harvard University in a think tank on football at times of globalization. This was the birthplace of the Athens Principle on the right to participate in sports, signed first by Vaggelis Marinakis before it set out to the entire world.
Siempre quiere lo mejor para Olympiacos y es un presidente ganador.
10 amazing years.
Το σούτ που γίνεται 6-0.
10 amazing years indeed, and there are many more to come.
Olympiacos for me is a passion. Is one of my biggest loves.
This is no promise. These are the words of Vaggelis Marinakis.
Για να συνεχίσουμε να ονειρευόμαστε και να συνεχίσουμε να είμαστε πάντα νικητές. Ζήτω ο Πειραιάς, ζήτω ο Ολυμπιακός μας.